Hello and welcome to this round 11 game between St Mary's and Waratah. We're coming to you from TIO Stadium in Darwin on Larrakia country as part of the 2020-21 NTFL season. Your very deadly commentary team today are Nick O'Reilly, Shannon Rioli and Nev McEwen. Hey fellas, how you doing?
G'day Nev, thanks for having us. Shan, good to have you in here, mate.
I wish I was out there playing, but I'll take it up here.
Yeah, fresh off a great game last weekend. We're just talking about that absolutely ridiculous goal you kicked. We'll talk a little bit about that later on in the broadcast as we're about to get underway with big Ryan Smith and Zach Westerberg in the ruck. Smith wins that one down, gets that to Nate Paredes, pushes it forward, up to half forward now. St Mary's, Paredes just quickly off the deck, can't quite get boots a ball. Yaron kicks off the deck, Sean Edwards around the corner. It's all Waratah ground level though, cleaning up. No, they're not. This one's going to land right in the hands of Big Calder. No, it's another through for the first score of the day, which is a behind.
So the last time these two teams met was in round 7 and St Mary's won by 13 points. How are you feeling about that, Shannon?
Yeah, it was a tough game for us to get away with the win in the end. Tars played really well for the first probably 3.5 quarters, and it's something we've tried to address since then was our starts and making sure teams don't get ahead of us in the game, especially up here with the rain starting to set in. You don't want to be chasing games of footy in the wet, but Tars have been on a good roll since then. They've won 3 pretty good games of footy, and we've had a few good wins since then as well, so it should be a good game.
And on centre wing now is Young Long. Dances around a few, shows a bit of candy. Handballs it to absolutely nobody. He's zigzagging around TIO Stadium. It's a good kick up to centre wing. Ball back on the deck, however. And a bit of a scrap on. Ball pops out now. No, it doesn't. Another tackle away. The body's flying around. Then the umpire says, my ball, we'll ball it up.
Good start by Jeremy Goddard there to get in the play early. He was the emergency. And I believe it's Harry Williams who's pulled out today. He was training at Sturt in Adelaide for a couple of weeks, so he might have pulled up sore or got an injury down there. Hopefully nothing too major because he's a really good player for us. But it's good to see Jeremy start well as the emergency. You always wonder how the emergency's mindset is coming into a game after getting the call up.
He had a good game last week. What, from memory, was it last week? Did he play last week?
He played last week. He also had a good game against Southern Districts the week before that. I think he started as an on-baller and ended up playing down back, so good to know that he's got some versatility to his game.
Absolutely. He's on centre wing. That's a bit too high, so the umpire says. He's pointed the wrong way. Now it's going back.
Nick's a bit of a versatile guy.
Yeah, I can do it back. I can do it forward. Get the job done on and off field.
Do it wobbly on a Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm going to wobbly Wednesday. I've got wobbly legs.
A run there.
Still have wobbly legs as we're in forward 50 in the drop of hat. Sean Edwards paddles it out. Just misses Nate Paredes though. And Waratah looking to clean things up. That was Darcy Lang in that tackle. The ball pops out now on the half forward flank for St Mary's. Right half forward. Waratah running away with it now on centre wing. So they'll look to get this one forward. Here's Stevens. The nice kick in forward 50 and a good mark taken there. It's a great mark.
That's the big boy. Is that Lyndon
Dunn?
First game, is it, for him up here?
I think it might be. I didn't even realise he was black.
Yeah, I saw him warming up. I think Chopper said he crossed his pass this morning at the famous Pratt Market. So first game up here in the territory for the big fella.
He's a big unit, isn't he?
Very solidly built, so it'll be a good match-up for Wilco. He's probably our best built bloke to match up on him, so we'll see how that goes as the game wears on.
So Lyndon Dunn, ex-AFL Melbourne Demon star. On the approach, we'll kick from just on 35. Kick on the way is a good one. He gets the opener here at TIO Stadium.
Just what you want, the big gun recruit getting the first goal of the game, and Tars moved that footy really well out of their back half. Some good forward pressure by Saints, but Tars able to maintain the football. You see them here, they work it inside. Good link up with the hands, chip inside, and then long kick to Lyndon Dunn. He won't drop many of those today, I reckon.
Absolutely not. He'll be swallowing them, I would have thought. That's Jellyman Turner with the bleached mop, is it?
It is, freshly dyed. I heard him talking to one of our junior players, Preston May, the son of our Division 2 coach, Alan May. And
oh, yes. Young Preston, I know Preston.
He was asking Preston if he wanted to go in and get his hair done with Lucas, but I don't think Preston was keen for that.
And I think Dad would have knocked that straight on the head. As we're back in the middle now. And Waratah doing it easy out of the middle. Kick into the forward pocket. Here's big Wilco. Solid unit he is. He's just banged that one out. Good defence here, Waratah, trying to hold it in. And some slick work coming out here. It's Josh Cheek. They're away now. Big Calder. And it's a nice bullet-like kick to young Bowie Ted Castle. Doesn't have much on. Centres the ball. Good-looking kick. Big Saw Smith takes a nice contested grab. And we'll go back and have a set shot from 30.
You like his chances?
Don't want to put a jinx on him, but he's a pretty good shot for a ruckman, is Sauce. He's had some stinkers, but he's pretty reliable in front of goal.
Yes, I've seen some crackers.
He's got one on YouTube if you ever look it up. I think it's Ryan Smith Shank. It was a Foxtel Cup game here for the NT Thunder against East Perth, and he took a massive divot with him, and I think it's still on YouTube, so check that out if you get the chance.
Here's Smith. Shot on the way. Here's a point.
No comment, but 5 minutes played in the first quarter. Waratahs 6, St Mary's 2. Would be steamy conditions out there today, guys.
It was beautiful this morning. Like, it was quite cool. It was nice, but then it's like a sauna out there now.
Yeah, I was walking around the grandstand before, but tried to make my way up into Cantillas before we came into the box here because I was sweating a bit and get some aircon in the members bar in Cantillas.
Absolutely. That's a good mark taken by Anthony Long. Flew from nowhere. Goes with the hands to Jellyman Turner, the bleached unit. Goes up towards in the colder direction, and he's swallowed that one nicely. And he's going to go back and have a set shot from just outside 50.
Really good grab there by Calder. He had position A, and then that ball swung back in, and he ended up getting behind his opponent, but he's got a really good reach. Those long limbs of his, the champ we call him down at Saints. He's a really good overhead mark. I've seen him embarrass a few blokes at training and even in game, so he goes with the kick.
I've seen him embarrass a few at Wisdom's too as he just jags that one left. And through for another behind. So St Mary's, plenty of opportunities, but they just can't get it done on the scoreboard. 3 behinds. Waratah 1 goal straight. We've gone just under 7 minutes in the first quarter. That's a nice kick to left half back. It's Brody Carroll. He's an absolute workhorse. It's further out to Jack Katanak. He's just working this nicely here. Here's Dylan Collis. Held up on the mark by Wilkinson. So goes in with the kick now. Saunders flies. Can't quite grab it. The rove. It was good, but it's all Saints here. And Jacob Long takes that one, mopping up for St Mary's. That is out of bounds on the full.
Spoken about that before with Jacob Long. He could probably be up there with his brother as the best kick in our club, but just has a bit of inconsistency. But being a young bloke, you expect that, and you can see the frustration on him there, not happy with himself, and hopefully for Jacob's sake they don't hurt that mistake. But yeah, if Jacob could work on that consistency of his kicks, because his best is better than anyone else at the club, and we just saw that one there a couple of seconds ago wasn't as good.
Will Collis on the approach, and that is a beautiful kick off the boot, and he gets his first, and Waratah second.
First season in the NTFL as well, and did quite well.
3 entries into the forward line, 2 goals for Tars, and Saints have had 3 shots on goal for 3 behind. So.
I wish I was good at maths. I'd work out that percentage. There, Shan.
What's that?
I don't know.
2/3. 60%, something like that. 66%.
Yes.
I work at a school, so I should know that.
So it's 34 degrees out there, very steamy, 44% humidity, but must feel so much hotter.
There's some clouds looming over there, so hopefully they come over and give the boys a bit of coverage, but the sun's in the opposite direction of where the clouds are, so they're not going to get any coverage anytime soon, the boys.
Brandon Grenfell with that tap down. Saints at ground level getting it done. Well, it's just popped out. And Katanak gets sat on, umpire circling, feeds it out now. A little bit of a throw in the end, volleyball style, but they're away, Waratah. Up to half forward in the drop of a... Oh, it was Dylan Lant. He's a hard unit. Getting it done. Ball spills out now. Lant mops up. Goes with the, awkward kick in the end. And a good mark taken over there from Cadillac. He's off to a good start.
He is.
Although kicks straight into the man on the mark, though. And that's holding the pill. Umpire plays advantage.
You give someone a rap and they let you down, don't they?
Absolutely. Jeremy Goddard on the right, top of the square. Calder in box position. No, Smith. And he pulls it in. The big man. And he will line up for Saints first.
Bit closer in this time. Very similar angle. Shouldn't miss this one.
Jeez, I hope he doesn't shank it. No, he won't. Definitely not. Got full faith in the big fella. He does like a celebration too, doesn't he, Shan?
He does. He's a pretty emotional footballer.
Yeah.
Sometimes gets the better of him, but his heart's always in the right place. And he does love his footy and loves his Saints. So he always gets a bit emotional when he plays and a bit fired up and loves the celebration when he gets a goal.
Here he is, big Ryan Smith. And he stopped it. Pumps the fist. And Saints get their first of the day.
I have this feeling that he really liked getting that goal. I don't know why.
Yeah, we had a good run through not long before that, but I reckon someone told him to take it in a bit closer and have another shot, and he made sure of it.
What's something about Smith that we don't know that we would find interesting?
Like myself and Wanderers superstar Aaron Motlop, he's a massive Marvel fan. Marvel released on their social media accounts yesterday some more info on upcoming movies and series and things like that, and he was all over it. Scissors, he was tagging me and stuff and sending me posts. So he's a big Marvel fan. His daughter is also named after a Stark, not Tony Stark, Arya Stark, after the Game of Thrones character, Arya Smith.
So Waratah up to half forward, working it nicely. His Collis lowers the eyes, pretty easy in the end. And Big Dunn, I think, is it?
Not sure who that one is. I don't think it's done because he's in the goal square. Can't get the number of that guy. He's a solidly built fella, though.
He's also a solidly built unit.
Tars are looking really well drilled. You can see how much they're compressing the ground when Saints have the footy and forcing a contest, and then as soon as Tars get the footy, they're spreading really well.
And he's stuck that left.
Is it Mitchell O'Donnell?
Mitchell O'Donnell.
It is, number 1.
There's a few, I've seen more and more bleached units getting around. St Mary's will be, maybe by the finals time, everyone might have a bleached mop. That's something you'd look into, Shan?
I had a pretty close call a few years ago. My youngest brother, Sebastian, actually, we had a challenge for FIFA, and I beat him, and on Mad Monday, he had to dye his hair blonde. So I think he got close there, but he ended up losing and having to dye his hair.
Here's Jellyman Turner just running over the top of it. Quick kick out there by McCarthy. And they're up. Here's Long in a foot race. Just taps it backwards straight to a Waratah player in Blake. Goes around to the corner, top of the square. No one home for Waratah. And Lant cleaning up there nicely. Here's Jack Lant.
Really good kick out in front of Bo Tedcastle. Oh, bad bounce.
Left arm around the wicket. That one didn't really work out for the young man. He lays a pretty mean tackle, though, little man. So Waratah looking up to half forward, but chopped off. And well chopped off, too. On cheek. Quinn drops the mark. Oh! So what I like to call a bit of a high tackle. And Jack Lant, the hard unit.
Pretty easy to tackle him high. Jackie Lant he's not very far off the ground, but he's another one of those stocky units we spoke about and really hard at it and been really impressive for Saints so far this year.
Grenfell in the colder direction, had his arms chopped, keeps his feet, throws on the left around the corner. And it's just gone out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in.
Thought he might have tried to just put that out in front of James Quinn there. He had an open goal square to run into, and maybe the communication wasn't there because Calder's a really unselfish guy. He would have probably put that out in front of Quinny had he known he was there and had that space to run into.
So 5 metres around from St Mary's goal. Ball thrown back in. Saints at ground level, but it's just getting wrapped up straight away, although quick kick coming out of that pack. Left half back for Waratah. Blake overruns it. Nice pressure and a nice smother coming from Kieran Parnell.
Another example of it there, just how much Tars are getting numbers around the ball and congesting the play. So Saints don't have a lot of space at stoppage, but as soon as the football clears the area, Tars are the first ones out of the stoppage and into space, looking to get onto the next piece of play.
So on the outer side, ball thrown back in. Westerberg, Grenfell go battle. It's a nice tap down there by Grenfell. Not much happening at ground level for the Saints. All those umpires picked out a free kick for holding the man. And it's Nate Paredes taking that one. Plays on, runs himself into trouble. It's a quick kick away, and oh no, we'll drop mark. Here's Edwards and just can't get a hold of it. We'll have another boundary throw in.
Just a bit rushed there, young Nate. He always likes to move things on pretty quickly, and like you said, Nick, he sometimes gets himself into trouble. Went for the handball back, no one was there, and had to kick that one quickly forward, and luckily for Saints it hasn't gone the other way.
Ball's thrown back in. Grenfell winning that one down again. He's going right in a ruck today, the big man. And that one's stuck that straight out of bounds on the full.
You rapper bloke, eh?
Yeah.
Tell you what.
It's really hard. It's actually really frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it happens a lot.
Makes us look bad as well, doesn't it?
We look like stinkers.
Yeah.
They can blame the game on us, and
We're saying how good all these blokes are who play football.
and then
Nick
they turn it
Bennett.
over, and then they're waiting for us in the car park. Shane. Quick kick. It's a half forward, although drop mark by Collis. Grenfell on the right, over kicks it. Might work out though. So Waratah player getting back, but couldn't quite stick the thing. And here's Big Smith again. He'll line up for his second.
Nate Paredes just didn't give up on that play. The Tars bloke tried to stop him from getting to the footy. Not much can stop Nate, and he'd have close to 10 touches already and 4 or 5 inside 50s, and been massive for St Mary's. As well as the man with the ball, his third shot on goal.
He's living the dream, the big man. He'll stick this one through. We'll see a celebration if we do. Bit of a tighter angle, so he might, bit of over-celebrating maybe. We'll see. Big Smith on the approach. Will kick from about 35. Gets pretty close to the man on the mark in the end, but he's drilled it. And he likes it, the big man. And he gets his second. And St Mary's.
And St Mary's hits a lead by 2 points with 16 minutes played. So 15-13.
Good reward for the dominant Saints have had. They've probably had the footy in their forward half most of the game. Tars have been efficient in their forward entries, but Saints have had most of the play, and now they've shown that on the scoreboard. And Ryan Smith gave us just a single arm pump with his first goal, gave us a double with his second goal. I wonder what he's going to do when he kicks a third.
He'll stand on one leg.
Yeah. Get the leg up there.
I don't know if the old hammies would cop it. Back in the middle, Grenfell and Westerberg. Westerberg wins that one down quite nicely in the end. It's a nice sort of rugby vibe tackle there.
Talking about hamstrings, I'm sure the man in the middle here wouldn't want to hear much about that.
I wouldn't be able to get my leg up too high.
No.
The hammy last week, so that's why I'm up here with you guys and not out there.
You poor unit, there's nothing worse. I pulled one on the dance floor before, not at footy. Holding the ball, so the ball's going to come back here. We see big Lyndon Dunn. Oh, is that? Yeah, geez, he's definitely a big unit.
Nick, did you do the hamstring just by walking onto the dance floor?
Pretty much, Nevy.
Yeah.
And that stuff around. Back in the middle, Brody Carroll. The kick, dangerous one. Kieran Parnell under pressure, goes backwards with the hands. And Dylan Lant sticks that one up. It's right half back pocket. It was all awkward sort of rugby pass there.
Yeah, a bit smooth there by Goddard, a bit too smooth, I reckon. The umpire caught him for a bit of a scoop or a throw there.
There's more advice coming from the crowd that they've been on fire the last few weeks. We don't mind it. It's pretty funny. We only hear the best here on NITV. That kick coming to the top of the square. And the push out being paid. Is it? Yes, it is. Didn't really see what that was for, did you, Shan?
The umpire at centre-half backy for St Mary's appeared to have paid a free kick off the ball, maybe?
Yeah.
There was an umpire in the middle of the ground officiating. Not sure if he was calling a free kick up the ground or something in that contest there. I thought it was a free kick to St Mary's.
So did I. I thought it was a bit of a push in the back. Anyway, Callum Searle will line up for goal number 1 for the day for that man. As he's on the approach. Bit of a sneaky angle. Shouldn't cause him too much drama, and it absolutely does.
We strike again, Nick.
Yeah. Scumbag, that's right.
Crowd's got a lot to say.
I love the crowd's on fire.
They really are, aren't they?
They're up and about early. There's only a point in it, bit of feeling. Might be a bit of feeling in this game later on.
Jimmy McMurtry got a bit of airtime on the sound effects mic in the crowd last week.
Yes.
I heard him a few times.
Yes, we don't mind it. Yaron goes with the hands. Jackie Williams goes backwards again with the hands. Good pressure here from Waratah. A lot of pressure. That one just stays in. Ted Castle over the top. Yaron trying to paddle it forward. Here's Ted Castle. Just gets it over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Smart play there by Ted Castle. Sorry, Nev. He
No, you're right.
saw the tackle coming and could have tried to get a handball out there, but just took the tackle and walked over the line instead of risking a turnover in a dangerous space there for Saints.
So ball thrown back in. And down. There's Collis going without it. Feeds it out now. Quick kick coming out of there from Turnbull. Up to half forward. Anthony Long is going with the zinc today. Parnell. Rush kick. Waratah have done well to lock this one in. There's Lockie Taylor getting shoved out of it. Yeah, that could be a bit of a fitty. Big Arnold Kirby. Letting young Nick Yaron know about it. That's a nice bullet kick on the Jack Lance. Has Long down the line. Calder flies. Edwards paddles that one over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 21 minutes gone in the first quarter here at TIO Stadium. It's the Saints by 1 point.
A close one so far.
We love it. We love the close ones, Nev, don't we?
We sure do.
We froth it.
Nick Frothit's majorly.
Smith. Arnold Kirby going battle in the ruck there, and we'll do it again. Tell you what umpire I haven't seen around much lately, Shane, is Noonan. Umpire Noons.
Yeah, I've seen him umpire a few games, but yeah, you're right, I haven't seen him lately. Might be on a bit of an early Christmas break, or they might be... Is he still at the cricket and football shop?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is.
They might be busy down there heading into Christmas.
Off the back of his social media campaigns, obviously.
Yeah.
He gets the job done.
They do some great ads, don't they?
Oh, some unbelievable ones. Here's Anthony Long just going around the neck on Big Lyndon Dunn on that occasion. He moves it quickly. The quick kick not quite finding his target in Callum Searle, and we'll have a boundary throw it. Saints have done well here. They've sort of just feels like they're just holding on, but they hold the lead.
Yeah, Tars are doing well when they get the footy forward. They always look really dangerous. Saints are defending quite well. So
They are, aren't they?
Tars
Good
can
setup.
get the big fella Lyndon Dunn on the end of a few more kicks. I reckon it'll be a bit of a focal point for them today, and their small crummers will get around them. Guys like Brodie Carroll, and we saw Mitch O'Donnell as well, who looks like a likely type.
Here's the crowd telling the umpire how to go about it. Nah. Big Lyndon Dunn's just landed one on the chin of a player, and, well, looks like we get a fitty. Plenty of advice. Plenty of advice coming over the fence. James Quinn, meanwhile, in the middle of the ground here at TIO.
I think this is the most animated crowd we've heard in a while. And that's saying something.
It is. He's a bit colder from the back. Can't quite pull that one in. It's Ross for Waratah. And they're coming back in through Parnell. And Calder sits on that one. Cops one across the chin. Umpire says no problems with that. And we'll have a boundary throw-in.
The high-profile players always cop a bit more attention from the crowd and from the opposition. So I think he'll be getting a fair bit of that today, Lyndon Dunn. And it's a pretty warm day out there. He might get a bit hot under the collar, the big fella.
We don't mind it. Oh, it's well done here from Wilkinson. Gets wrapped up in a tackle. Manages to get the handball away. Waratah under real pressure, and there it is.
Here at TIO Stadium on NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL season, St Mary's lead, and some things are going on as we're about to...
That free kick got paid right on the buzzer. Was it hold the ball, was it, Shan?
I'm not sure. That one, yeah, I was watching Nev wrap things up, and it looks like Daly Andrews has got a shot on goal after the siren. Be a nice way for Saints to end the quarter after a tight contest, certainly on the scoreboard anyway.
Dan Andrews from right on 50. That's a nice looking kick, and that is touched right on the line.
Oh.
So a lucky one there. It's quarter time here at TIO Stadium. St Mary's 2-4-16 to Waratah 2-2-14. We'll be back right after this with the second quarter.
Love your work, Nick.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me down.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
Come and see it.
still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
In today's NTFL game, the score, St Mary's currently lead Waratahs by 2 points. We've got Nick O'Reilly, Shannon Rioli in the commentary box.
About to get underway here. Second quarter action on NITV. St Mary's Waratah. Good opening quarter. Smith wins that one down in the Yarran direction. Oh, nice little soccer on there. Nick Yarran in the Grenfell direction. As well, the big man keeps it in front. That's a nice point from him. That's the opening score of the quarter.
Shannon, how did you find the first quarter?
Really even contest. I thought Saints, they might have controlled the football for most part, but Tars defended well and they compressed the ground really well, and when they had the football they spread really well. As we're seeing now, they work back hard and work into space really well, and they were able to capitalise on some rare forward opportunities, and Saints were quite wasteful, but Saints hit the front with a couple of late goals.
Ross with the kick up to half forward. St Mary's, Lockie Taylor feeding that one out. They're away here. Long puts it on the right up to half forward. Calder tries to get back and just could not quite get the job done in the end. I think it's Maloney for Waratahs to play on now. Copping a bit of heat from Calder off the mark. That's a nice kick under pressure in the end. Jay McGrath moves it quickly. They're away on this outer side now. Waratah, the kick comes inside 50 in the Dunn direction. Nice ball coming over the back from Wilkinson. Worked it back. His land, put that one over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Good pressure there by Tars to keep the footy in their forward half and not allow Saints to rebound off half back.
So ball thrown back in. Smith taps it to himself, the big man. Away now, here's the quick little unit in Lockie Taylor. He sure can run, this kid. Bit happening off the ball. Umpire says that's all right. His little Bowie Tedcastle nearly drops that mark, just hangs on to it in the end. Moves it quickly. Preety's done a ton of work off the ball. And it's a nice kick, just misses his target. He's Sean Edwards. Goes with the handball over the top. Snap on goal is a sausage. Great goal.
Jack Land.
Was it Lands at the end, was it?
Yep.
Nice goal from that man.
Really good passage of play from Saints there to move the ball from half back with that run from Lockie Taylor you spoke of there, Nick, and some good work there by Sean Edwards to keep two blokes on his tail to allow Jack Land to get in a bit of a space and end up with the footy, and a nice snap there from the pocket.
Beautiful goal. Great goal, wasn't it? As we see Shawnee Edwards here doing a fair bit.
Just drew two Tars defenders with him, allowed Jack Land to get goal side and enough time to kick a nice goal there.
So back in the middle, it's Big Arnold Kirby doing the ruck duties this time for Waratah. He wins it down. Bit of a sling sort of action. Kirby going off the deck, gets it up to half forward. Quick flick on. It's Brody Carroll. It's wrapped up. Saunders getting held onto. And he'll get the free kick. Tyler Saunders. Waratah faithful, not very happy with that decision. So Saunders laying up his options. Doesn't have much on. Just punches it out wide. Kieran Parnell. He feeds it backwards. And that one's over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
There's a 70% chance of rain. If it does rain, who do you reckon it suits, Shannon?
Tars have traditionally been a bigger bodied team in the past, and they certainly look that way now. They've got a few guys that are a bit bigger around the hips and in the legs than some of the Saints guys, but that said, Saints have got a few boys like Nate Paredes, Jack Lant and Tyler Saunders who love the contest, and Daly Andrews as well. So
quick kick around the corner is a point.
Sure who it would favour Nev, but traditionally Tars have been a bigger body team who like the wet, but Saints have a good mix of solid inside players as well as some quicker outside players.
That one getting chopped off by Jack Cadillac. Comes inward. They've worked this nicely. It's Will Collis. And that's too easy in the end. Bit of training drill sort of setup. And Big Lyndon Dunn will line up for goal number 2, I think, from memory, Nev.
Yeah, I think so. He's the one goal that I missed, Nick.
Oh, yes. No, he got the opener. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
So thanks for that.
Sorry, I'll bloody put you onto the pump then, Nev.
Oh, it's all right.
Won't do that again.
It's okay. I'll see you in the car park. Joking.
That's one thing you don't want to run into in a car park, Shannon, and that's in the Vanker.
Yeah, scary.
I don't want to find out.
Wild black woman now, Gavin.
Here's Lyndon Dunn for goal number 2. He has stuck that through, the big man. And
Nick,
well done by him.
Nick, guess what? He just brought up his second goal.
Have a look at that.
Woo! How did we work that out?
Not bad.
And only 2 points the difference with 5 minutes played in the second quarter. St Mary's are ahead by 2 points, so 23-21 to Tars.
Tars' first or second forward entry and a shot on goal, so they have been efficient going forward. Dylan Lant much smaller than Lyndon Dunn, so they'll take that contest if they can get that mismatch. But if Matt Wilkinson can stay on Lyndon Dunn, that'll be a good contest. It has been so far today.
He's pretty handy, Wilco, at shutting down the bigger bodies. See how he goes for the rest of the day. Away in the middle. Here's St Mary's with that important clearance out of the centre. That kick's going over the line. I love the boundary throw-in.
Daly Andrews with the clearance again. He's been really impressive for St Mary's. Came up with Kieran Parnell. They were at Williamstown together in the VFL before they got shut down, and Kieran went to North Adelaide and Daly went to South Adelaide, I believe, and had a really good year, and it's been a good pick-up for us.
Westerberg flicking that one over the back. There's a free kick coming back though. Nate Brady's being held onto. So he looks inboard. Nothing's doing it there. He's got Lant wide, ignores that. Heads inside, attacking 50. Sean Edwards in a 2-on-1, a 2 win. Calder just flicks it out. Edwards paddles it out of that pack, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
They had a bit of height there with Edwards, Saucy Smith and Jackson Calder down there, and Nate probably took a bit too long to get that into him and allowed the ruckman for Tars to get back and congest it.
So Zach Westerberg for Waratah and Ryan Smith for St Mary's doing battle in the ruck again. It's been a good battle so far. Collis, well, gets it chopped out in the end. Ted Castle feeds it backward. Here's Joshy Cheek, puts it on the left. The kick is a goal. Ho-ho! And there's a bit going on off the ball too. And there's a free kick. Now it's played a goal.
The umpire's got this one wrong here, number 11. It should be a goal first and then a free kick in the middle of the ground at Tars, because the goal had already been paid by the officiating goal umpire. Just trying to cover up the crowd here because they're going a bit silly.
I've got a dear friend down in Melbourne. His name's Brad Oakes. He's a great comedian down there. He's been around the circuit for a long time, and he tunes in every week. And he says he loves the crowd, bit of the crowd action coming over the fence. It's fantastic.
So, guys, was it a goal or wasn't it a goal? And if it was a goal, who got the goal?
Josh
Cheek.
Kicked the goal, and I think he got a bit of attention afterwards, and he got stuck into the bloke who took him to ground and gave away a free kick. And the umpire paid a free kick, rightly so, but it has to go back to the middle of the ground after the goal has been paid. So,
okay, so what if there's a free kick in the middle of the ground, like everyone's lining up off half back. Now they're racing in now. Yeah. Anyway, Zach Westerberg.
That was a funny one. It looked like they had to wait for the umpire's call before they could leave their 6-6-6 zones.
Geez, that's a good mark. Okay, there's a bit going on off the ball still.
We got an interesting game.
We do.
Lyndon Dunn and Matty Wilkinson getting stuck into it, so that's going to be fun to watch, as we mentioned before.
And Jake Sutton's had about 10 bites of that cherry and ended up dragging it in. So St Mary's currently up by 2. This would put Waratah back in front. If I do the maths correctly. Yes, Nick, you're right. Fair bit going on then through my mind. Here he is, Jake Sutton. The kick is a good one.
He's got it.
And Waratah hit the lead.
How much by, Nick?
Oh, geez, that's a good question. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 point lead.
Oh, I love your work as always, Nick. It's like kick to kick, hey, in this game so far. The lead keeps changing only by less than a handful.
Yeah, no one seems to be able to break away, and probably shows you the quality of both sides. Is whatever comes their way, they're taking it and giving it back just as good.
So back in the middle, it's Brandon Grenfell, Zach Westerberg to do battle in the middle as the umpire throws this one up. Grenfell wins that one down. Free kick off the ball. Non-officiating umpire.
Looks like holding. He's paid.
So the kick in the Smith direction. Oh, he's got stood under there. Ball havers on. That's the clever play. Sean Edwards just can't drag it in. Nice tackle coming from Bo Tedcastle. Yaron flying around left, right and centre. He'll have a stoppage. 40 out.
Good intensity there by Tedcastle and Yaron, two of the small forwards. Bowie knocked that one out into space and then made the tackle to follow up.
That's a free kick every day of the week. Umpire lets it go though. Westerberg just gets boots a ball in the end. Tyler Saunders paddles it forward quickly on the right. Smith through him. Nate Paredes, banana, goal. Well done St Mary's, well done Nate Paredes. And they get the instant reply.
St Mary's 4-5, 29 to Waratah 4-3, 27. And guess what, guys? 2 points the difference.
It's going to be a good game if it keeps going like this. Very up and down football, not very congested. Hopefully the rain stays away because we're having a really good game here today.
Yep, the rain, the thunderstorms, stay away. We're at the edge of our seats.
Just got under Ryan Smith there, and if anyone deserves a goal out there, it's probably Nate Paredes. He's probably had close to 15 touches already. We're only 11 and a half minutes through the second quarter.
He's got great work rate, hasn't he? He really works hard off the ball when he doesn't have it. That gut running.
Yeah, and he's got that striker's instinct from his soccer and loves a goal.
Here's Quinn, instantly wrapped up in the tackle. Holding the ball. Interesting call.
Yeah, I thought he was a bit stiff there, Quinny. There wasn't much else he could do other than let the Tars player grab the ball, and he grabs it and gets in trouble for it.
O'Donnell with the awkward kick inside attacking 50. Lyndon Dunn cleaned up by Wilkinson. Kick coming out, chopped off in the end. Play on called. Will Collis on the left. One's across the face and going to throw in. There's more advice coming over the fence from the crowd. Pretty funny stuff.
An insightful crowd, I'd say.
I reckon you could sell tickets just to that.
Yeah.
Listen to that. It's hilarious.
It's like, turn the volume up. Maybe not. With a bit of beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep here and there.
Yeah, might need some censorship on the crowd. Might need to invest in some censorship.
I'll tell you what, they might rate this MA next week. So here we go. Ball's thrown back in. 15 around. Umpire Westerberg wins the tap down. Saunders there for St Mary's. Can't quite drag it in. When he's flying around, ball pops out now. We go backwards with the handball. Saunders doesn't have much on. He's got Nick Yaron. He heads in that direction. Dangerous kick. Fly. Big fly from Will Collis. Didn't get anywhere near it. And the ball come back to Nick Yaron. It was a dangerous kick by Saunders in the end, but he didn't have much.
Yeah, he had a look and there was nothing on. He just tried to go as far away from the goals as he could. So it worked out well for Saints there to get that free kick because they were in a bit of trouble.
Anthony Long, right half back for St Mary's. Sort of blows that one out a bit. Nice spoil coming over from Big Saw Smith on Westerberg. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Anthony Long, the fastest Long, I believe.
The fastest?
Yeah,
Shannon?
that's what I was told at the training session.
He probably was back before his injuries. He's got a lot of injuries to his legs. He's done hamstrings and knees, but I know when he was a young kid growing up, he did athletics and he was really quick. Represented the territory for athletics and stuff like that. So, yeah, probably back in his, if we're going back 10, 15 years, he would have had that title, but I reckon Jacob's got that now as the fastest Long.
Darcy Lang.
Oh.
And to Will Collis. They've moved this nicely. It's Jake Sutton chasing that one down for Waratah. Has Lant as company. Nice smother from Lant.
Battle of the Blondes there.
Oh, no, sorry. It was Jellyman Turner. LJT.
The character, I hear. All the guys are saying he's a character.
He's a very popular guy at the club, Lucas. Really nice guy. Got around to our under-10s on Wednesday last week and certainly fit in really well at the club. And, yeah, he's always up for a chat and a really nice guy.
The ball pops out now. Tyler Saunders runs over it. That one's pretty deliberate, I would have thought. Yep, they've paid it.
Yeah, I don't think it was... I think anyone could have seen what he was trying to do there. I think it was Josh Cheek with that.
Callum Searle The kick in the Dunn direction. Well done by Wilkinson again. He's chalked another one down. Big Kirby Arnold being held onto. Umpire says play on. Ball fires back out. Inside attacking 50 now. And Kieran Parnell mopping that one up for St Mary's. Got Lockie Taylor on if he wants. Ignores that. Heads for long. They've worked this nicely. It's Dylan Lance. Takes it at right half back for St Mary's. So has to play on now.
Oh,
Does run himself into trouble. Lucky to get away with it. Kieran Parnell, a bit of a sky ball. Called to flies from behind. They've worked into the middle of the ground now. The quick kick coming in from Lang. Big Dunn in a one-on-one. Yeah, you don't get much better than that. And 50 unnecessary there, really. The frustration showing. Just showing along the ball there too. So I'm going to have a ping at my third, son.
Probably just saying thanks for the 50-metre penalty there. Make
there
sure.
he goes. Just dribbles it through.
Lyndon Dunn with his third goal, as Nick said. I think Tars would be very happy to have him in the side this week.
Yeah, someone with his experience and his knowledge of the game, and especially as a key defender he usually was. He'll be good under a high footy, and you just see there, held front spot, kept it away from Wilkinson. Anthony Long, bit of late attention. A good bit of play there by Alex Maloney as well on the wing. He could have gone long, but he gave a quick little kick just short there and allowed Tars to get a more damaging inside 50 than what they would have had Maloney kicked it long.
And Tars hit the lead by 4 points.
Back in the middle. Away, Joshy Cheek getting that clearance. Nice kick in the Calder direction. Has the arms chopped though. Long. Quinn. One's holding the ball.
Yeah, he's not going to break the tackle of too many centre-half backs up here, James Quinn. There's not a lot of him. And Alex Maloney, he's a big, strong-looking boy. Not sure what James had in mind there.
Dangerous kick. Lance chops it off, does well. Gets tackled, gets a kick away though. And that's through from behind.
You can hear a few blokes calling for the handball there, and he didn't give it. A few unhappy people there. But this shows you the pressure of the game. Didn't realise how much time he had and how much time his teammates had.
So Darcy Lang, right back pocket for Waratah. Tyler Saunders stands on the mark. Umpire asks him to play on, he does so. LJT, nice fly from that man and the mark. Umpire says play on, you ran over the mark. Sticks it in the Saunders direction. Too quick for that man. And Waratah away here. There's Sutton. Oh, nice tackle coming from behind.
Daly Andrews there. Probably saved a certain goal because Tars had some loose players in their forward half.
Josh Cheek streaming in forward. The kick in the Calder direction. Gets rid of run. Keeps his feet. Nate Paredes can't quite pick it up. Has his head ripped off. Umpire says play on. And that one's wrapped up, and we'll have a ball up about 20 out from the St Mary's goal.
Just couldn't wrap it up there, Nate. He had a few blokes to give the footy to had he picked it up. But I think it was Maloney with the tackle there. Did that well.
But Goddard, Bo Tedcastle off the deck. Through for a minor.
Tedcastle, no goals yet. He kicked 5 last week.
He was super last week. He was everywhere.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Kicking them from the boundary, set shots, crumbing goals, kicking them in the goal square. He was all over the place.
This one he kicked down to the right of screen, where the in the pocket.
Oh yeah,
that one from the boundary. That was ridiculous.
Was he kicked that set shot from the Michael Long centre end.
He's pretty handy.
Forward pocket. Yeah, he loves a goal, Bowie.
And only 16.
Yeah, big future ahead of him if he keeps going the way he is.
So at half back, Waratah looking to run this one out. Sutton stands under it, does well. Jakey Sutton moves it on quickly. Here's Will Collis chasing that one. Wilkinson keeps his feet, paddles it forward, does well. Does the big unit, just sticks it long down the line. Jeremy Goddard, and that one's out of bounds. And we'll come back.
Great
Boundary
play there by Matt Wilkinson, left his man, Lyndon Dunn, and came up and left the 50 to impact on that play, and he gets the football on the defensive end of the wing and sends Saints forward.
Jack Williams just can't quite get big Kirby out of the way. Blake gets rid of Saunders, sticks it on the left. Up to 50. Done. Anthony Long. And that's nice work from him, although just chopped off by the Waratah player. Here's Mitch O'Donnell. Lowers the eyes. Finds Jake Sutton. And he'll go back and have a set shot.
Bit of a risky kick there by Anthony Long. Not too sure what he saw. Maybe he saw something late and pulled the kick, but turnover across half forward. Leads to a shot on goal for Tars, who can get back in front now.
Well, Jakey Sutton.
Do you remember about him from a couple of weeks ago, Nick?
What was that?
I was having a chat to him. I'll tell you after he has a shot at goal.
Jake Sutton on the right. It's a nice kick. He's just shanked it left.
Yeah, I was having a chat to him at training session a couple of weeks ago, and he says he's loving it here in Darwin, but it's very hot and not good with his pale skin.
That's right. I do remember that. It's good work from him. Calder flies. Nice mark by the big man. Sits on top of Ross. Has Yaron out wide. Ignores that. Not much doing. Decides to go down the line, and let's say it bounds on the full in the end.
Very stagnant with their ball movement, St Mary's. You look at Tars, a lot more quicker to move the ball on, whereas Saints are taking far too long to move the ball and takes away all their options. You spoke about Yaron being free there, 20 metres forward. I'm not sure what was wrong with kicking that ball to Nick Yaron, who's one of our better kicks of the team.
Maloney just looking to control things here. Waratah late in the second quarter. Jack Williams as well. Gets it back. Throws it on the left quickly. Half forward. Yaron there. He cops one high. No. Made the free kick. Going Joel Stevens' way.
I'm not sure how much Nick was holding on to him there. I think he just had a jumper on him, a hand on his jumper to feel where he was rather than hold his opponent. The umpire might have been blindsided by that one.
Anyway, free kick. Going back to Robbie Turnbull. And here the player demanding it. That player was Mitchell O'Donnell. At half forward, Saw Smith stands on the mark. That's a bit of a stinker of a kick in the end from O'Donnell. Bo Tedcastle looks to pull the trigger early. He does. Finds Lockie Taylor. His Owens in space. Heads inboard. Finds Big Smith. Calder saying, sitting on my head.
Yeah, just slowed it down there. Ryan Smith, after the turnover, Saints moved the footy really quickly to get in a good position, and then Smith just slowed it down and turned it over, and Tars have a really good attacking opportunity here now.
And Mitchell O'Donnell on the outer wing goes with the handball. Dylan Collis on the left in the Dunn direction, just taps it on Dunn and mopping up, and there's LJT, has his head ripped off. Umpire sees it. Could be a bit of fitty too. No, nothing's doing.
Bit of a silly one there. They had St Mary's pinned down in the pocket.
They did.
Not much to go to, and he gives away a free kick. It doesn't matter for much though. Siren's gone, but a bit of a silly play. I think the heat's frustrating a few players. You can see the runs gone out of the game.
At half-time here at TIO Stadium, St Mary's lead Waratah by 3 points. Stay with us. We'll be back with some more deadly NTFL action after the break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero. Yes.
Yep.
absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
You're watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 TIO NTFL season. The scores are St Mary's 5-7-37 to Waratah 5-4-34. The third quarter's about to get underway. Shannon and Nick.
Yeah, it was a good first half of footy between St Mary's and Waratah. Jan, you were down there at half-time. How were the St Mary's boys travelling?
They seemed like they were in good spirits. They knew TARS were going to be a tough game, so I think we're in for a good second half of footy, and I caught up with some of our mates in the crowd who were doing a bit of the heckling, just letting them know that they're on air.
Yeah, well done. Good community service announcement by you, Shannon Riolis. We're back underway. Waratah win this one forward. Collis fires out to Hamburg. Westerberg with a quick kick. Anthony Long in a good position. Takes a great mark. Oh no. Oh, he's given away the free kick. Really sure. I'd love to see the replay of that again. It was, well, what I thought was a good mark. But it's Cal Searle will have a set shot on goal.
Played that absolutely perfectly, I thought, Anthony Long.
Clever mark, wasn't it, in the end? Like,
one hand juggle, one hand keeping your opponent under wraps.
So Cal Searle on the approach from 40. And that is a goal. Gets the first one. And they wrestle back that lead by 3 points.
Yeah, let's see what the umpire saw here. Paid a hold. Oh, yeah, a little bit of.
Yeah, as soon as you see that jump up ball, don't you? They pay it. You couldn't believe it. Oh, Longy.
He probably does that every single marking contest he goes into, and he got caught in that time.
Unfortunately, got pinged right in front of goals. We're back in the middle. Waratah get the opener. They lead by 3 points. We've gone a minute and a half here in the third quarter. Nice tap down by Saul Smith. And a bit of a hole going on there. And Daly Andrews will take the kick right in the middle of the ground here at TIO Stadium. Plays on now. The kick into attacking 50. Just a double fister there from the Waratah defence. They've worked it out though. And they're away. It's Tyler Saunders and Sutton going head to head. Sutton keeps his feet, fires out the handball. They've worked it nicely, Waratah. It's a good kick and a good fist coming over there from young Goddard. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, playing down back now, Goddard. Like I mentioned against Districts, he can play in different positions around the ground, which probably helps him stay in the team if you're versatile and you can play different roles. Always adds to you as a player.
On one hand, one bounce. Sort of set up. Westerberg gets sat on. Smith fires out the handball. And that one's straight out of bounds on the full.
Nice little scoop and handball there by Lane to get to his teammate, who kicked it straight out of bounds on the full.
The kick down the line. Calder does well, fires out the handball. Oh, lands, headbutts the ball in the end. Falconed himself. He was away then too. So meanwhile, it's a nice looking kick in the Dunn direction. Just drops a bit of a sitter in the end. It's a nice kick coming from Brodie Carroll.
Very nice kick.
He's a good player, isn't he? He's one of the better ones getting around the NTFL.
Been good for TARS this year, Brodie. After he had a pretty injury-interrupted season last year for TARS, after his first season at Thunder, where he was quite impressive as well.
So Josh Chair laying down a decent tackle. Not being rewarded either. Umpire says we'll ball this one up. So Westerberg and Smith. Smith winning that one down. O'Donnell on the left. It's gone left. Stayed left. Through from Minor.
But lucky there, Saints. He just strolled through or Nate Pretty's probably trying to play the ball, but O'Donnell just strolled straight past him and should have kicked a goal there to make it 2 in a row for TARS, but didn't.
He's land with that kick in the Smith direction. Westerberg gets worked out of it by Smith. Lockie Taylor. Out of bounds on the floor. I just met Lockie Taylor's parents up from Geelong. Just met them in the bar, half-time. Having a few cheap laughs with Liz Cruz.
Yeah, they came into the studio as well.
Did they?
Here in the box. Yeah, Joe and Jamie always watching So big g'day to them.
Welcome to the NT. Ball inside attacking 50 now. Good mark. Down by Kieran Parnell. Experience showing. He's only a young man, but it's like he's been out there for years. They're away now. Dylan Lance fires it up to his brother in Jack Lant. He goes long afield in the Brandon Grenfell direction. Does well, the big man. Sticks it on the right. Open goal square. Stays right. Through from behind.
I think he was half putting it out in front of Nick Yarran and half having a shot on goal there, and got through for a behind before Nick Yarran could get to it.
It's quite nimble for a big unit.
Yeah, he's, especially with a bit of tape on his knees. You don't think big fellas move too well when they've got a bit of taping on their knees, but he gets around the ground quite well.
So Waratah away here. Centre wing right in front of the commentary box. That's a nice kick. Here they go through Will Collis. Sticks it on the left, top of the square. Dangerous kick. Oh, clever mark. Over the back.
Very good mark. I thought Dylan Lant had position A, but Tars player over the top, number 15.
Kadanak.
Kadanak, he's had a good game. You've called him quite a bit today. He's had a really good game, and very strong mark there over the head of Dylan Lant, who's really good overhead as well.
It was a good fly from behind. And here he is, just moseys on through and sticks it through.
Brings up his first goal, and the score is now Waratah 7-5-47 to St Mary's 5-8-38.
Missed that one, Dylan Lant. Not Dylan Lant, sorry.
I don't know what's going on.
On the deck, the big fella, Anthony Long's telling him to get up, so I'm not sure how much he had to do with it, but I missed that one.
It's more advice.
Looks like your advice didn't work. It's either going to go this way or that way.
No, they're going to enjoy the airtime or they're going to get into trouble. Good run there by Joel Stevens. Used his speed to take on Charlie Furphy. Long kick down the line. Quick kick inside 50 and a really nice mark there by Katanak. Very nice mark.
Back in the middle. Arnold win that one out. The ball spills out onto the wing. Dylan Lant just wheeling it forward. Did well, get held onto, wins the free kick.
Quite a few holding free kicks being paid by the umpires today. Maybe they got a bit of a talking to during the week from their boss or something like that. But yeah, a lot more holding free kicks than I've seen in recent weeks up here.
There's a sort of samurai kick set up there, going over the boundary line. And it was Will Collis, of course. And big Jacko Calder, the king of the D floor down at Wizzy's.
I have heard that.
Ball thrown back in. And we'll unpack that a bit more later on. That's some clever roving by Daly. And he's been pinged. So well done to big Arnold Kirby.
Yeah, did well to make that tackle big though, after rucking that footy as well.
He's a big unit. That's a nice kick. Over to Mitchell O'Donnell. There's nothing on. No, he pops it over the top now to Robbie Turnbull. Held up by Jack Williams on the mark. Doesn't have a lot to go to. Looking at his options. Nothing inside. Pulls that trigger now. That's a nice kick. Collis inside attacking 50. Over the back. It's a nice clever handball. Not quite getting away though. Nick Yarran for St Mary's cleaning up. It's an average kick, but it'll work. Nate Paredes. His little Bo Tedcastle just pops it out in the space. Clean below the knees. That's a good pick up. Sticks on the right. That's a clever kick. Very clever kick. And Jack Lant takes a mark and sort of cops one a bit across the chops after he took that mark.
Very good kick there by Bo Tedcastle. Had a 2-on-1 there that the Tars defender was trying to hedge his bets on whether to go with Grenfell or whether to go with Jackie Lant, and it forced a really good kick out of Bo Tedcastle, which he was up to.
Very clever young player, young Bo Tedcastle.
Jack Lant going in for his second goal. Hopefully he'll get it.
They need this one. Tars have come out really good after the half-time break, and looks like it might get a bit wet out there, so you don't want the game to get too far away from you if any rain does come in.
Jack Lant, kick on the way. It's a good one. Sticks it straight through the middle. And St Mary's get a quick one back.
And only 3 points the difference with 9 minutes played in the third quarter.
Yeah, very close contest. Yeah, really end-to-end footy so far this quarter. We saw Joel Stevens do that good run down the wing to set up a goal before for Tars, and then Nick Yarran, Kieran Parnell linked up to rebound that footy with Nate Paredes and Bo Tedcastle helping get the ball down to Jack Lant, who finished off with a goal. So still very entertaining football, even though it is quite warm out there and quite humid. Boys are showing probably their really good fitness levels to be playing at such a high standard.
Back in the middle, Kirby Arnold wins that one down against Big Sauce Smith. Bit of a high one coming from Daly Andrews. Umpire says, my ball, let's do it all again.
Kirby with another tackle after an effort in the ruck. Really good to see from your big man.
Yeah, I like his follow-up work. Jack Williams fires out the handball. Charlie Furphy couldn't quite wrap it in. Blake, well, chopped off by Edwards. Well done by him. Fires out the handball to Yarran. Yarran weighing up his options. Has a few inside, but just chopping it off in the air and chopping it off well was Joel Stevens. Pulls the trigger quickly. Waratah away on the outer side. My big Nick Gooch. Asked to play on now. Does so. So kick, Jack Williams stands under it. Can't quite drag it in. Jeremy Goddard fires out the handball to Long, puts him in under pressure. And you can't ping that, surely. Oh. Instantly got tackled.
Once again, not sure what Anthony Long's supposed to do there. Is he supposed to just leave the ball for someone else to pick up, or
he didn't have prior?
Does he play the ball like he did, gets tackled straight away and gets pinged for it?
Interesting call. Kick to the top of the square. Here's Tyler Saunders mopping up. He's been good today, Tyler. That's something he likes long down the line. Nate Paredes in a 2-on-1 though. As well, gets held onto. Umpire lets that one go though. Lockie Taylor only has his head ripped off.
Nate Paredes ends up with the ball after a 2-on-1 and away they go here.
Daly Andrews will get the old-fashioned 1-2. Works into space. That's a nice kick in the Bo Tedcastle direction. And Bo Tedcastle eats these for breakfast.
The umpire paid 50 here? No, I thought he was paying 50 there. I thought the Tars player had stepped over the mark. Well done there, Nate Paredes. In a 2-on-1, just held the play up enough for his teammates to get over there and support him. Anthony Long with a bit of pressure. Daly Andrews clears the ball with Nate. Hits Bo Tedcastle for a shot on goal to put Saints back in front.
We see Lucas Jellyman Turner come back on. Meanwhile, Bo Tedcastle. Tight shot. He looks pretty good off the boot. And well done to that young man.
I think everyone will be going crazy out at Emu Point out at Daly Riverway right now for that goal.
They're back in front. St. Mary's 7-8-50 to Waratah 7-5-47. 12 and a half gone in the third.
Yeah, good link-up play there. Run and carry. And Bo Tedcastle on a bigger opponent's always going to beat him into space. So good kick there by Daly Andrews not to give Bo a disadvantage against a much taller opponent. Allowed Bo to run onto it, take the mark and kick a nice goal to put Saints in front.
So young, so talented, just completed year 11.
A lot to look forward to for that young man.
Right back in the middle. Grenfell finds himself in the ruck, takes it out of the ruck, gets the kick away, smothered though. Zach Westerberg. And Darcy Lang with the kick inside, attacking 50. Saunders flies. No, it was Long. Quick kick coming out of the pack. Does the awkward bounce. Wilkinson just handballs it to himself. Lant comes in and chops that off for him. And that one's going over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Well played there by Wilkinson. Kept the ball alive. Allowed Dylan Lant to pick it up. Put on a bit of a block for him. Lant's kick was just affected there by a bit of a smother after some indecision. I think he went to go long originally and went to go inside, then changed his kick after he dropped the footy.
Grenfell with the tap. It's a clever one. Daly Andrews has been super impressive today. It's nice work. And now happening. Shawnee Edwards cuts that one off though, however. Comes sideways to Daly Andrews. Has Jack Williams short down the line, ignores that, heads back to Edwards.
Saints aren't looking as good as what Tars are when they've got the ball in possession in this kick mark style of play. Tars seem to have more options and more movement off the ball, whereas Saints are a bit stagnant, a bit down the line, a bit one-dimensional at the moment, allowing Tars, as you see here, to get good numbers to the fall of the ball and rebound.
Loney finds that handball back. It's back up on centre wing. Will Collis moves it quickly, just over kicks it. Tyler Saunders left his man, cut that one off. The kick up to half forward, though, is a bit of a stinker in the ends. And chopped off down there by Bailey Zobel. He moves it forward, sideways. Mitch O'Donnell, dangerous kick. You don't want to be turning him over there. Grenfeld's got one on over the top, and it's Nate Paredes. And easy as you do, have a set shot from about 30 out.
Ricky Nolan always used to growl us whenever we would turn the football over on our half-forward flank as a team, but interesting one there by the Tars player to switch it across his half-back line to I'm not sure what, but Ricky Nolan would be going nuts if that was one of his players switching the footy like that across half-back. Look what happens.
And Nate Paredes.
He gets his second goal.
Yeah, he's been super impressive today.
Yeah, him and Daly Andrews in the midfield for St Mary's have been very impressive. Tyler Saunders, we've called his name a lot as well. Across half-back's been really good, and that man on camera there, Jack Land, who helped set that goal up, has been good as well. Been a pretty good spread by both teams. I reckon there wouldn't be too many players out there who haven't got a lot of the footy in both teams. So, good even contest.
Of course, the ladies are up next. After this, we've got St Mary's, I think from memory, do we, Shat? St Mary's and Tracy Village, yes, Premier League women.
I do remember our team being called, and they did say they were playing at 7:30 on Oval 1. So hopefully we can get a win there.
Grenfell winning that one down.
Paredes again as well with the clearance.
Paredes getting that one up to half forward. It's the soccer coming out. Slippery ball. Looks like a bit of weather maybe coming our way. Kick comes Jakey Sutton. Does well.
He's been good, Sutton. We've called his name
He's
quite
good.
a bit today.
Self-proclaimed pasty man. And that one's knocked over the line. Not quite. Wilkinson keeps it in. And it's going to come straight back in, though. Darcy Lang. So sticks it on the left. Inside attacking 50. Big fly from the side.
I reckon he stole that off his own teammate there. His teammate had a couple of bites of the cherry, and I reckon he was going for a third, and Sutton's
Jakey Sutton plucked
taking
it.
a mark off him.
Yeah. No ball thrown back up. Westerberg, Grenfell. Grenfell wins that one down to Paredes. Sockers it out. O'Donnell on the right, not coming back far enough. And through for a minor. So 8-point lead here. St Mary's 8-8-56, Waratah 7-6-48. Gone 17.5 in the third quarter. We've got an absolute rip-snorting game on our hands. So we're getting set up for a great final quarter. Just want that weather to hold off. Colder flies. And well read out the back there by Ross. He doesn't have much on. He's just sort of weighing up his options. Mary's have got back and zoned that off well. Long stands under it. Paredes can't quite get. That's a nice little sneaky handball. Sutton can't quite get it up in the air. Sutton again. Nice follow-up work from him. Pressure coming. Oh, that's just through for a behind.
Great contested football there by both sides. Matt Wilkinson with a good tackle. Sutton sold a bit of candy and then probably had heavy legs after trying to get past a couple of blokes.
Lyndon Dunn's gone a bit quiet this quarter.
And maybe the heat's got a hold of the big fella. Hopefully it cools down and we can see more of him in the last quarter.
Nice punch coming in from the side from Big Westerberg. It's almost time to turn the lights on, I reckon.
I reckon you're right, Nick.
Wouldn't be too far off.
Getting a bit dark out there.
It is, isn't it? Started the game. I had to wear my sunnies for the first quarter. It was that bright. That's how quickly the weather can turn up here. A bit of a high tackle. Umpire didn't see that one. Blindsided. Bailey Andrews and Matthew Blake seeing that one over. Matty Blake almost losing his shoe there. The old footy boot. Fair bit going on again. Here's Grenfell. Takes out of the ruck. Cops one high. Gets slung to the ground.
Good effort to tackle him high there by Brodie.
Yes.
Got to reach a long way up to get Brandon high.
Absolutely. Blake fires that handball out. There's stuff. Nah. Nice pressure coming from the Saints. And half forward. Jack Williams. Can't quite get Boots a ball. One goes over the line. We'll have a boundary throw it.
Tars have been really good with their hands in tight, keeping the ball alive and not allowing St Mary's to get a lot of turnovers from handballs, which is usually a tricky game to play up here because of the humid conditions. The ball can slip out of your hands, especially those yellow Sharons up here. They're quite slippery.
O'Donnell fires that handball out. The kick comes long down the line. Bit of holding going on there from Parnell. Umpire didn't see that one. They're away. It's holding the bill. Nice tackle from Goddard. Bit of suck eggs action coming from the sidelines.
Goddard again, just showing some of his qualities. A really good, tough player. Come up from Melbourne after finishing school at Melbourne Grammar, I think, last year.
Here's Jackie Williams. Works into space. Sticks it on the left. The colder direction. Nice work from that man. Geez, he can take a grab.
Once he stretches those arms, he's pretty hard to
and
defend.
50. Wowee.
Unlucky there, Maloney.
Yeah.
He's saying to the umpire that I did the old, I think they say east to west on the mark. You're not going forward. He was arguing that he was going sideways, but the umpire seems to think that he went forward a bit over the mark. It's been a good contest, Maloney and Calder.
Oh, there he is. Calder gets one.
Gets his first goal.
First goal.
He's had a lot of the ball, maybe because he's been up the ground, allowing Grenfell, and I think Ryan Smith had 3 shots on goal in the first quarter, so maybe that's why. Seems like we've been calling Calder's name a lot because he's been quite up the ground. He is a really good runner. Always at the front when we do our fitness running at St Mary's. For a centre forward, it's good to have someone who can run that much and be an option.
It's getting darker even as we sit here, and the humidity's gone up to 61%.
I'm just saying, Ev, you've really outdone yourself this week. You've been bringing in the Naturals one, which are the lollies every week. I'm really liking the Allen's Choc and Lolly mix. I'm frothing that this week. Well done to you.
Just call me Mrs. Claus.
Nate Brady's. Nate Brady's gets that one out. Taylor cops one high.
Ooh.
Copped a bit of a whack across the chops. Young man moves it quickly.
And the light's coming on.
Smith with the hands to Long. It's a nice kick into space, and Bowie Tedcastle just runs onto it. St Mary's starting to get a bit of a hold of him here.
That's a perfect kick for a player like Bo Tedcastle. He wouldn't want it speared in because he leads at such a high speed. Jacob Long, very smart, probably played a fair bit of footy with Bowden. Knew just to put a bit of hang time on it and allow Bo to hit the ball at speed and break away from his defender.
Bo Tedcastle gets to 50. Oh, plays on. Dances around the man on the mark. Oh, Sal's too candy now. Gets on the banana side. Have a look at this. That is a bloody ripping point.
He put his arms up. I thought he was celebrating, but I think he was just trying to catch his balance. That was a really good effort there by Bo. And Lockie Taylor looks like he's got a bit of blood.
Bit of claret.
That clash he got for a free kick there.
Coming from the snoz by the looks of things.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's definitely flowing out.
His parents, Joe and Jamie, will be hoping he's okay. It's their first time seeing him live. They've been watching from down in Geelong, and they came up last week. They tried to watch him live when he was out injured. So his first game up here for Saints in front of mum and dad.
Coming up to right half back. Big fly from the side. Now the umpire delayed the whistle blow, so he was asked to play on. Ball fires out. Saunders cops on high. Umpire says play on. No, holding the pill. So they're away here now. Waratah, he's through Blake. The kick up to half forward. Nice work from Wilkinson, putting the body spoil on there on the big unit. Mindun, he's Lance. Clever little kick around the corner. Jacob Long here, he is the quick unit off half back. Goes with the hands.
You'll
to
see
Quinn.
Jacob Long's speed here if he gets a run. Free kick to Saints there. Oh, and Quinney's just gone and reversed it. Very silly.
Yeah, silly work. Away then. Saints, meanwhile, talking off away. Oh, right on three-quarter time. And no score.
At three-quarter time, it's a 14-point ball game. St Mary's lead Waratah. Will things change or can your team get back into it? To find out, join us after the short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing could ever bring me down. Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
We've got an exciting game on our hands. St Mary's lead by 14 points to Tars going into this fourth quarter. What do you think's going to happen?
Hopefully, for the people watching at home, we get a close game. As a St Mary's person, I want us to wrap it up, but I don't think it's going to be that way. Tars have been really good so far today. Every time one team's fired a shot, the other team have bounced back and answered that challenge. So I think we should be in for a good one, don't you think, Nick?
Yeah, 14-point lead. St Mary's 9-9-63 to Waratah 7-7-49 as the umpire's doing the final counting and making sure all the units are in their right positions. 6-6-6.
At TIO Stadium where are we, guys? Darwin.
Yes, we love Darwin.
We do. Hot and steamy Darwin. The lights are on.
Here we go. Umpire holds the ball up in the air. We're about to go. Nice throw up too. Saw Smith wins that tap down. Straight to O'Donnell. Fires out a handball. Carroll quickly out of the middle. This is a good build-up from Waratah. Up to half forward. Tyler Saunders, though, cleaning up for St Mary's. Gets taken out of it. Some tough work happening here. Big Saw Smith taken without it. Umpire says play on. And it should be a free kick. No, it's not. Play on, says the umpire. So Tyler Saunders mopping up things again. Dangerous kick. Didn't quite find land. The snap over the shoulder, top in the Dunn direction. And just willing it forward. Ball fires out. Banana, awkward one too, but it pays off. No, touched right on the line. It was Jay McGrath doing that awkward looking ball drop.
Very good start, so should be in for a good quarter. Lots of energy from both teams still on display.
There's a few balls going at it. And that's a nice mark taken out the back there by Joel Stevens. Plays on, winds around on the right. Get it inside 50. Sutton can't quite drag it in. The quick kick out of the pack is a rush behind. They're coming. Robbie Turnbull kicking that one. So Dylan Lant doing the kick out duties this time. It's look a bit stuck at the moment. Edwards finds himself up at full back.
Yeah, you just look at the ball, the movement of the players off the ball for Saints. You know, the only man sort of moving anywhere is the blonde-haired, yellow boot Jellyman Turner. But besides that, there's not a lot of options for the man with the ball in hand. So you see this here with Edwards forced to kick long because there's not a lot on for him.
So drop mark. Nice footwork there by O'Donnell. Kick from Stevens. Wilkinson does very well. Wilkinson fires out the handball. Right, he's colder for St Mary's. Couldn't drag it in though. O'Donnell again. He's been busy in this final quarter. That's a nice ball. It's Turnbull. Goes further across the ground. So the kick up to the top of the square. Fly from the side. Body's flying everywhere. And the ball pops out now. Canadak and holding the pill.
Good strong tackle there by Kieran Parnell.
So here's that man. Beekovers, Jack Williams is having a well-earned rest on the bench. And we're looking eager to come back on.
Once again, St Mary's, the movement off the ball for the kicker, very minimal. Straight back to Parnell. So
everyone's flat-footed.
Tars have set up really well to defend them, or St Mary's just aren't working hard enough to give him an option, and they get lucky here with a 50, just takes the pressure off.
So not a lot in that 50, I would have thought. Kick comes up to half forward in the Grenfell direction. Fly from Headcastle from this behind. Can't get it back. Cheek fires out the handball. It's young Lockie Taylor. The man from Geelong fires handball back to Cheek. Cheek on the left. That is a point.
Identical to the shot he had in the second quarter that he put through. He missed that one that time, Cheeky.
He's Ross. Nice pressure again. Here's Paredes on the right. Got pushed in the back after he got rid of it.
He kicked that one pretty quickly, Nate, because he was under pressure, and the Tars player just got a bit carried away and gave him another free kick, and he has to take it from where he kicked it because he went through for a point. They give you the option. They say, do you want to take the free kick again or do you want to take the point? So
I'll take the free kick.
yeah.
I thought that was Stanfield, though. Is it?
Yeah, well, it would have been, but because it went through for a
the
point. Yeah, they asked,
Yeah,
do
right.
you want to take the behind or do you want to take another shot on goal?
Is that the same as AFL level as Nate Paredes?
I think it is, yeah.
Comes around on the right. The kick is a good one. Nice kick from that man. Goal
Number 3 for Paredes.
Yes, Natey boy. He's had a good game today.
Very good.
Extend that lead out to 19.
And he must be a really lovely guy. He teaches special education, students.
He's one of the all-time greats, young Nate.
One of the best people you'll ever come across. Really nice, really friendly, always says hello. I think he's done the last 2 weeks the meat tray at the Saints Club because our regular meat tray seller has been Crook. Greg Summers, Fruity we call him. He's been at the club for almost 10 years now, helping out with everything off-field for the club. But Nate's done the raffle the last couple of weeks, and he does a lot for people around him. He's a good guy, Nate.
He's a ripper. Back in the middle, Westerberg, nice tap, sideways out to Turnbull, quick kick in the Dunn direction, can't quite drag it in. Long, paddles out Parnell, off the deck. It is pretty deliberate if that goes out. And they ping that one every day of the week.
Yep.
Good decision by the ump there. So the kick comes to the top of the square. Saunders from behind. Parnell mopping things up there for St Mary's, and he's put that out of bounds on the full.
Probably could have just walked that one over the line rather than trying to take the kick on there, a bit like Bo Tedcastle did earlier in the game. He felt the tackle and just walked over the line. You see that there, Kieran trying to get a kick away under pressure and puts it over the boundary line.
Here's Lyndon Dull done. Tricky kick from there. Plays on now. Puts on the right, around the corner. It's across the face. Through for a minor.
He's kicked 3 goals so far in this game.
Yeah, he'll would have enjoyed his experience so far. Hopefully for him, Tars can get a win and he can enjoy it a bit more. But he's been effective when he's been on the ball, Lyndon Dunn.
Yaron flies from behind. Nice handball coming over the top. Here's Blake. The kick to the top of the square is cut off by Anthony Long. Well done by him. It's with the kick across field. Speedy unit in Daly Andrews. Has a few bounces. Almost runs too far in the end. Gets wrapped up in the tackle. Cheek. No one to kick to. Oof. Thought he's going to juggle that over the line. And of course, was Maloney.
Good
Centers the ball. They're away now. Waratah, if they can be clean. It's Turnbull. Nice punch coming over from Anthony Long. Only as far as Zach Westerberg. So it's Mitch O'Donnell. Fires it in. Wilkins just gets rid of his opponent. Does well too. Wilco. Throws it on the right. It's all Waratah there. It's coming back in with a bit of interest. Anthony Long just quickly gets boot to ball. Land. Overruns it. Here we go, Waratah. The kick is a absolute ripper. What a goal there by Robbie Turnbull. It's a goal out of nothing, really, Shan. Saints couldn't get it out of there, and good pressure coming from Waratah.
Yeah, Saints just couldn't break through that pressure that Tars had put on, and see here, just a couple of repeat efforts by some of the Tars players. Saints couldn't get clean hands on it. Tars with 3 blokes ending up around the ball when it hit the deck, and there's a very nice goal running towards the boundary to pull it back across your body like that. Really good effort.
Robbie Turnbull, brings up his first goal, and Waratah are in front. Oh, actually, they're behind by 12 points. I don't know what I'm saying. I might have to get my eyes checked.
12 point. Makes it interesting again.
Just that same thing again with Saints' ball movement. Their options off the ball very minimal and unable to move the ball as cleanly as what Tars have today.
Jack Lant gets wrapped up in a tackle. Nice smother though. Good follow-up work from him. Williams gets slung to the ground but gets the kick away. Nick Yarrant. It's very cheeky from that man. And that one's just socket over line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Very well played there by Nick Yarran. Held his man off, then put it between his legs for Josh Cheek, who then, unfortunately for him, kicked it out of bounds, because if Lockie Taylor got that, he was away.
So ball thrown back in. Grenfell, Westerberg. Westerberg wins that battle that time. Tyler Saunders goes without it, lays a pretty good tackle. And they're away, though, through Robbie Turnbull. And kicked the last one. The kick up to full forward. Bit of a push out. Umpire says play on. Long under pressure. And the free kick goes that man's way.
I think he was making up for the one he missed before that to Long. So probably owed him one there, the umpire, and he gave it to him.
So Charlie Furphy fires a handball backwards. LJT comes inboard. It's a good kick to Daly Andrews. He's not quite sure what he's up to. The centering ball to Saunders. There's Mitchell O'Donnell hot on his hammer, standing the mark.
Yeah, once again for Saints, they just don't have enough ball movement forward of the ball.
Well, JT, it's a pretty good kick, although chopped off by big Arnold Kirby. Here's Locke Taylor. Well done by that young man. Nice possession. Nick Yarran lowers eyes. Grenfell just misses the target, though. Maloney, they're under pressure here. Waratah, Josh Cheek goes with the fend off. Well, he did get boots of ball then.
I would have said he got the kick away there.
And the big fella. Can he have done again, Chan? I don't mind it. He's a tackling machine.
He positions himself so well, Kirby.
He does, doesn't he?
He seems to be in the right spot at the right time, whether it's in the air or on the ground. That's all you want from a ruckman.
Oh, big fly from over the back. Stevens, another kick coming in the Grenfell direction. He should swallow this one up. He does. Cops a bit of an ear massage too for his troubles.
Wasn't pretty once again from Saints. Just that quick kick forward. So they're lucky in a way because they haven't been moving the football with any real purpose, but they're in front and they've got a shot on goal here to stretch that lead.
Brandon Grenfell sees something that he likes, and well, poor defence there from Waratah, and finds Josh Cheek unmanned and marked. Sorry,
should favour Josh's left foot. Normally a good goal kicker, Josh Cheek.
This is to put the margin back out to 18. Josh Cheek on the left. It is a point. Handy point, though, I will say that. Shannon.
They have to score 3 times to get in front, so you take that, but goal would be much better.
Just couldn't get his second goal.
So they move it out. Waratah. A big booming kick, fly from the side. Now they're away. Brody Carroll up to half forward. Oh, well done. Wilkinson. He's got the better done in the second half, I'd say, Shan.
He has. I think it's because of the style of play that Wilkinson has. He's just attacked the play. He saw the ball and he hasn't waited on Lyndon Dunn to see what he does. He's just attacked the play a couple of times and left his man and taken that risk, and it's paid off for him.
The ball's thrown back in. Smith winning that tap down. Only as far as Cal Searle. Pops it over the top now. The Darcy Lang sticks it on the left. And just over the head of everyone. Oh! Holy dooly. That was Ned Stevens.
Very good effort.
Thought he dobbed that.
Ned. I thought it went around, Thought it came around.
Nearly fell off my chair.
The post.
Yeah.
This game's got everything, guys.
Yeah, it does.
Loving it.
We've got a bit going on, don't we? So the kick coming out of full back. Big Calder at the back there, can't suck it in. Nate Paredes just gets it out, does well. He's got Saul Smith. He's got Cheek on over the top, ignores that, goes longer afield, flying from the side. It's a nice mark taken from young Quinn. And Bo Tedcastle had the arms chopped.
Lucky there once again, Saints. He had a long option in Brandon Grenfell and he went short. Almost a turnover, but Bo gets a shot on goal. He's shaping like it's going to be a shot on goal, but James had big Brendan Grenfell in a one-on-one in the goal square. We were always told That's saying if you've got a one-on-one short or long, you go to the longer one just because it's a bit safer if you lose the footy.
He's going to try and sell some candy here, do you think, Shani? I think he's got it written all over it.
Goes for it again.
No, he's gone the barrel. On an absolute shank too. You the boys in the background loving the work.
We certainly have had it all tonight, haven't we?
Sticky hands there coming from Mitch O'Donnell. Had Edwards hot on his hammer. He was good enough to drag it in. Plays on. Time starting to be a bit of a factor for Waratah.
Good tackle there by Jacob Long.
They nearly go into our cameraman down there.
As Matty Blake tried to just run through him, but Jacob Long stood up in the tackle and got a stoppage here for St Mary's, and Tars on the wing, split down the middle.
Old JT getting stuck into Ned Stevens off the ball. Cop one.
Been a bit of feeling in this game.
Absolutely. All thrown back in. Smith. Jackie Williams goes without it. Robbie Turnbull. Kick up to half forward. Tyler Saunders read it best. Gets a handball away. Long. Oh, they're away in the middle here. Here's Lance. That's a nice kick in the colder direction out on his own. Now, well done. Well done, St Mary's. Well done, Lance. Well done, Big Calder. You'll go back and have a set shot on goal.
Grenfell as well. Did well there just to allow Jackson Calder to take that mark uncontested. Just ran across the front of his defender's line. Probably called Jackson in, allowing him to take an uncontested mark after some good play there by Anthony Long and Jack Land to link up and get that into him quickly.
This to get it out to 18. Big Jacko Calder. Steers it straight into the post. So the lead out to 13 now. It's just over 16 gone in the final. Sounds like someone's got some beats happening downstairs.
I can hear that. Yeah, a bit of music in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the teams in the change rooms, or might even be the Wanderers Club rocking. They've had some parties over there.
They sure have. This ball's coming straight back in through Parnell. Grenfell out on his own. Calder.
Oh.
No.
Out on the full, I think. That came off their heels.
Come off the heels. He's going to try and claim it too.
I thought it came off the Tars player's ankle.
I thought it come off Calder's.
Yeah, it came off someone's foot, that's for sure. We'll have to get a replay, I think. Looks like you're right there, Nick.
Yeah. Wish we had a $10 bet then.
Yeah.
Ball comes up. Right half back for Waratah. Ball pops out. Nate Paredes swings around on the right. Gets it inside, attacking 50. Grenfell in a nice contested grab. No, umpire says play on. I don't know what the heck's going on over there.
Ooh. Not much more he could have done there, Grenfell. He looked like he had it all the way down.
Oh, Big Smith flies into Robbie Turnbull. He's still down. He's just getting up now, Robbie Turnbull. Oh, LJT fly goes with the... Runs back with the flight. Blake. Darcy Lang into space. Chucks it on the left. Just misses that target. Big long way down for Big Dunn. Could feel his hammies from here.
Yeah, a bit tight there.
He also looks a bit tight, doesn't he?
Looked like a bit of a tired kick there from Lang as well. Didn't hit him on the chest like he has been earlier today. And we've got a Tars player making his way from the scoreboard wing. I think he had a bit of a clash in that pack over on the wing from the Tars kicking earlier.
So ball thrown back in. Smith. Lant. Nice handball, finds Nick Yarran. To Calder. Has options in the ball. He has Lockie Taylor screaming for it in the middle. Ignores that. Geez, that would have been away if he hit that target. Shawnee Edwards getting held onto. Umpire didn't see that one.
Yeah, that one's been paid a lot today.
Yeah. That
was a bit more obvious. We saw it up here in the commentary box. The umpire might have been on the wrong side of the play.
Shannon, just left of the commentary box is Coach Vallejo. How are you reading his body language?
Yeah, his arms are crossed. He's looking a bit tense, as the game is. It's a tight game, so probably wants to be on the field just so he can get his message across quicker and clearer to the players out there. he's quite a passionate coach, is Chopper. So he'll enjoy that being down there, and he'll be able to get a feel for the playing group as well, which he might enjoy.
Nate Brady's chopping that one off in the middle of the ground. Comes out wide to Charlie Furphy. Charlie Furphy sticks it on the left. In the colder direction, and not quite though.
Maloney did well just to get a finger on that one there as Calder went for the second or third grab.
Quinn wrapped up in the tackle. Josh Cheek under pressure, just paddling forward, keeps his feet. Stands up in the tackle. Fires that now to Lant on the left. That is a ripping goal and seals the deal for St Mary's.
Jack Lant brings up his third goal for the game.
Been good, Jack Lant. Yeah, he's very good around goals. Similar sort of player to Nate Pruitt. He's just had hard in and under midfield forward type player, and they play a really similar role. Josh Cheek as well, that mid-forward type. Sort of mesh well together, and on the left this time he can kick really well on both feet, Jack, so good skill to have. I think it was Callum Searle. Looks like he's getting some treatment on the bench as a player who got hurt in that pack a few moments ago for Tars, so he looks like he might be done for the night. He's got a couple of trainers there checking on him. Not long to go in the game though, so you might just tell him to sit it out even if he does feel okay.
Just ticked over 20 minutes. It's Waratah out of the middle in the Dunn direction. Well done, Wilkinson again. Oh, he's being pinged for a free kick here. And Lyndon Dunn will quickly go back.
4? Is he going for 4?
Yep.
Good return in your first game up here. And he's been in a good contest with Matty Wilkinson.
And he's it's gone left. Gets the margin back to 3 straight goals.
Would have been a very handy goal.
Would have been a bit interesting. I did go early on the last goal and say sealed the deal for St Mary's, but in saying that, we're on just over a tick over 21 minutes. Kick up in the Smith direction. Yeah, they're away through Goddard now. Oh, geez, they got players out here. Shawnee Edwards out by himself. Just waits for it to come in. Has a bounce. Getting to take 2 bounces. Shawnee Edwards sticks it through. And that'll just about do it for St Mary's. It's been an impressive win by them.
And the first goal for Sean Edwards.
Yeah, Shawnee.
Yeah, he's probably been the only one who hasn't had a big game, but he's done what he's had to today, Sean, acting as a captain. He's been good this year for Saints and brings a lot to the group, and it's really good work there by Brandon Grenfell to allow Sean that time to pick the footy up and make sure of it and wrap it up.
He's Alex Maloney's got a quick for a big man, isn't he?
Yeah,
Kept that with Shawnee there.
Pretty quick, and he looked like he was making ground on him there, so really good effort by Maloney. Related to ex-St Mary's Premiership player Heath Maloney, who is a godson of my father. We're really close with the Maloney family down in the Terrain Calora area, so met Alex a few weeks ago, and like all Maloneys are, a really nice guy. So if there are any Maloneys watching this back down in Victoria, g'day.
Big cheerio to the Maloneys. Waratah at half-back. Right half-back, it's Mitchell O'Donnell. Nice ball coming in from the side from Joshy Cheek. He's been impressive today. He'll get it back here. Have a look at those for wheels. Chucks it on the left to the top of the square. But it's all Waratah and Nick Gooch playing on quickly. Clever little tap on over the side.
Very nice.
And there we go. Full time here at TIO Stadium. St Mary's 2 good in the end. 12-12-84 to Waratah. 8-12-60. Shan, great game by your crew.
Very good game. Yeah, once again, took a while for them to get away from Tars, and credit to Tars, they played really well. And Saints will take this into a very tough game against Wanderers next week.
Ryan Smith finishes with 2 goals, Land 3, Paredes 3 as well, and for Tars, Lyndon Dunn has 3 goals. But yeah, congratulations to St Mary's. They've won by 24 points here at TIO Stadium. You've been watching NITV's coverage of the 2020-21 NTFL season right here on Larrakia Country in Darwin. From your commentary team, Nick O'Reilly, actually I was going to say Ricky Nolan, but I've got Ricky on the brain.
Got that in.
Sorry, Shannon.
That's all right.
Shannon, yeah. Nice to have you here, Shannon. But yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week. Stay safe and deadly, you mob.